All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready for what is probably going to be a very, very long game. Uh, both pitchers, starting guys that have not been successful this year. Uh, Kia's starter, an ERA of, well, not pretty. ERA of 15.88 on the season. Yes, an ERA of over 15 as here comes the first pitch, and it's ball one. It's going to be a lot of them, ladies and gentlemen. On the season, he's got two strikeouts and 10 walks. He's pitched 5.2 innings. That's in three starts. That is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 to Yoon Dong Hee. So uh, he's had three starts uh, that were bookend by starts down in the second league. Is that is low, and it's a 2-1. So his last start was in the second league, went 5.1 innings, got the win against Lotte's second team down, but he gave up 4 runs in 5.1 innings. Uh, he's a guy that, again, he just struggles with command. His three starts in the first league is here comes the 2-1 is right down the middle, pops it up. Might be a little trouble. Right fielder comes across and makes the play, and that's one away. So really, again, lots of struggles for him. He's he has started 3 games in the first league this year. His last one was a 2.2 innings. He walked five, struck out zero. Uh, the game before that, he went 1 inning. He walked two, gave up 6 runs. The game before that was 2 innings. He gave up 6 hits, walked three, and 6 runs. So command everything, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. He has pitched better in the second league, a 4.35 ERA in the second league, 1-0 with 10 innings. Uh, but yeah, as that catches the bottom of the zone and it's 2-1. If you look at him against Lotte earlier in the season, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 6 runs. So in the second league, he beat the team, but in the first league, he got 6 runs. Is that's going to be a swing and a miss at a pitch in the other batter's box. Evening, Alan. And that's his first strikeout of the day. Out number two. He has half of his season total already today on a pitch that was nowhere near the strike zone. All right, Reyes steps in 310 on the season and looks at just strike one on the outside, and it's 0-1. Can he get through 5 innings? Can either one of these starters get through 5 innings? Will be the biggest question of the day. Switch hats there. And here comes pitch number 11, the 0-2 pitch to Reyes. Maybe the slowest windup ever. And that's in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Features 4 pitches, guys. Fastball 44% of the time, only 136. Slider off of that's 20% of the time at 123. A cutter 17% of the time, and then a changeup about 11%. Is that's going to be a ground ball through the right side and the first hit of the day for Lotte. All right, that's going to bring up Junjunu, the cleanup hitter, a right-handed hitter. And Reyes is a switch hitter, so and that is ripped, but just foul. And it's 0-1. Oh, Lotte's win streak snapped yesterday as they're still in third place. Kia, with the win, snaps their losing streak. And they're still hanging out in seventh place. They're only a game out of the playoffs, though. As here comes the 0-1 pitch in the dirts, 1-1. Oh, the top of the standings, obviously, Hanwha and LG both tied up there. Then Lotte is sitting comfortably in third. They're 3 games back of the the top two guys, but they're 4 games ahead of the fourth spots. Uh, Samsung and SSG are tied for fourth. And then you've got Kia, or sorry, that's fouled back. Then you have NC in sixth, and then Kia and KT tied in seventh place. Then you have Kium way down there with below 300 batting average. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball through the right side once again, and another hit. Reyes will stop over there at second, and they've got back-to-back hits here in the bottom or the top of the first. Lotte hit 667 against this pitcher in his first game against Lotte. And they're hitting 500 today, dropping that's batting average down on the season. And that brings up Nasung Yup. Nasung Yup, a 270, having a fantastic year at first base, as that just catches the outside corner and it's 0-1. Javi Baez. I can't believe he's still in the league. Figured he would be in the KBO by now. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. There he goes. Does he throw that slider off the plate that he got Go Sung Min to chase? I have to think he does. And he sets up way outside and doesn't chase it, and it's a 1-2. Well, I saw that it was first and third with nobody outs. Moondong Ju struggling in the first inning again. Can he get out of what's up, Kenny? As here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that misses outside again, and it's 2-2. 20 pitches and now for Yoon Young Chol. Yoon Young Chol did throw 90 pitches in his last start in the second league the last week on the 20th. I know, a long time ago. He hasn't started for a while. His last start was on the 26th of May. As the 2-2 is grounded back to the pitcher. He grabs it underhand toss to first, and that will be 3 away. He gives up 2 hits, but nothing comes across, and we will go to the bottom of the first. I'll be right back. All right, so sorry about that. I'm back. I grabbed the wrong uniform, and I didn't want to wear a uniform for teams that weren't playing today, so I had to make an emergency switch before this inning starts. So Han Hyun Hee, Triple H out on the mound for Lotte. Uh, Interesting that he had them like he's been pitching. He's been starting down in the second league all season. Has not pitched well. Um, but they brought him up and he pitched in the bullpen during the double header day. Only had faced one batters, but now he's coming out to pitch again. So he's been throwing 75, 80 pitches or so. So I have to imagine that he will be throwing that amount once again as Pak Chan Ho steps in to greet him. And the first pitch just barely gets a stitch on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. And here we go. Though that's a strike on the outside corner. Thing to watch for is Han Hyun Hee has given up a ton of home runs. He's pitched in 7 games in the Futures League. He's given up 6 home runs as that misses outside, and it's 1-2. Kia does struggle pretty badly against the side armors, so we'll see how it works. Again, he just command is that is lined and caught by the shortstop, and that's one away. A liner, little, I want to say a Mario jump, or that's what we're going to call it. A little tweet, not a super high jump. Pak Sung-hook is a very important player on the day, as both of the shortstops for Lotte have been hitting the head with baseballs in the last month. All right, Osonu, a 279 on the season, looks at strike one at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. He's taken over at first base since Wisdom has been injured. Wisdom no longer on the first team roster, as that is ripped into right field. That's going to roll to the wall, and he should be on second base with a 1 out double. Nice clean rip into right field, rolls down in the corner. And that's runner on seconds now. And Kim Do Young will come in. Biono looking on. I think that's Biono. Don't know the pitcher or the players by looking at them. As Kim Do Young looks at just strike one down the middle, and it's 0-1. 321 on the season after last year's MVP. And the 0-1 is fouled away. Will he get out of play? And Nasung Yup giving chase and makes the play. And that's 2 away. Inner city bus. Man, I'm trying to think of the last time I was on a bus. I hate buses. This is going to be, don't worry, it'll be plenty going whenever you get home. It's going to be a high scoring affair, I believe, as Che Hyung-woo looks at ball one up high, and it's 1-0. Yeah, Tigers, Che Hyung-woo. All righty, here comes the 1-0 up high, and it's 2-0. Runner on the second, so with the one out double is still hanging out at second. And that misses outside. Now you got a 3-0 count. The last inning. How long is your city bus, man? And the 3-0 is way outside, and he walks him. Both teams now having runners on first and seconds. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Hanjun Soo. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom, and it's 0-1. No, 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 no. You got two bullpen starters, man. You got two guys that have ERAs that are worse than most people's, that have whips that are worse than most people's ERAs. That is up high, and it's 1-1. You got Han Young Yi with an ERA of a 6.9 and Yoon Young Cho with an ERA of 15.88. As that is outside, and it's 2-1. Yep. Han Hyun Yi with an ERA of 3 in the second league or this league, and Yoon Young Cho with an sorry, a whip of 3, as that is ripped, but foul, and it's 2-2. Yeah, Han Hyun Hee with a whip of 3.0 and Yoon Young Cho with a whip of 4.24. Yeah, I mean it is I cannot imagine that this will not be the last if this is not the last game finishing today, I will be very very amazed. As the 2-2 is going to be lifted, but right fielder steps back a bit, and that will be 3 away. Both teams get 2 on. Both teams leave 2 on. We'll go to the second inning. It's 0-0. Yeah, well, I mean, Lotte signed their guy, so he should. I don't think it'll be too long before he's in the country. Han Hyun Hee with a 17 pitches there. 21 for Kia starter, 17 for a Lotte starter. Elsewhere around the league, as you guys saw, Doosan's up quick 2-0. As a walk, a single, a strikeout, and then a ground out gives them a 2-run lead to start the first inning. All the other games are all scoreless, all heading into the top of the second. As, we should be back. All right, so Yoon Young Chol out there. He'll face the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Lotte. No, Yu Gong Nam, then Son Ho Young, and then the third shortstop, Pak Sung Wook. Pak Sung Wook was a part of my preview show my season preview show, talked about how they need somebody that can hit above the Mendoza line and not have more errors than hits on the season. Alrighty here, Yugong Nam digs into the box, and we are ready for the second inning. 341 on the season for Yugong Nam, and that's up high 1-0. 안녕하세요. And the 1-0 pitch and a foul away. Will it get out of play? It's a will, and it's 1-1. 오늘 어떤 경기 보고 있어요? Oh, I don't have a favorite team. Whichever team I'm streaming. Just want a good game. Something that's not a blowout and that doesn't take 4 hours is the only things I want. As a 1-1 is outside, it's 2-1, and Sleo? Uh which team is your favorite? Which team are you a follower of? And the 2-1 pitch up high again, and it's 3-1. He was able to get to two quick outs in the first for giving up a couple singles. 이 경기 보고 있어요? As a 3-1 pitch, and in there for a strike, and we've got our first full count of the day. TVing에서 보는데 케이블 셋탑 박스에서 봐요. As the 3-2 pitch, and misses outside, and he walks the leadoff batter. And like I said, he struggles with command. As Yugong Nam runs to first. That brings up the number 7 hitter, Son Ho Young. He's been hitting much better as of late. Again, he was sit down after not performing well. It averages up to 232 as he fouls that one off, and it's 0-1. 237 in the months of April and March, and then a 222 in this season or in this month, but that's because he's 0 for his last 6, I believe. Hitless in his last 2 games, I should say. Might even be more than 0 for 6 if he got his hits early in those games. As sets up way up at the letters, misses badly, and that's going to be a 4-3 double play. That was a extremely difficult play by the second baseman, as that was hit hard and he just moved right into the right spots. And as the umpire takes a seat, now they do. Umpire dove down to the ground. We'll just say that instead of him falling. As here comes the pitch to Pak Sung-nuk. Average at 143 on the season as he looks at to strike one. Sets up in the other batter's box, and he throws it right down the middle. And it's 0-2. Yeah, I mean, I assume the Hana. It's the only team around. That's the thing. There are some that would root for, they would go to their first game in Seoul. So there are some of those, but, you know, it's cool to be a Hanwha fan again. as the 0-2 is fouled away and it stays 0-2. All right, the 0-2 pitch, a slow curve. Thank you. What does that say? Dongwan? As that's another strikeout, his second strikeout of the day. As thank you, Gocha. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And maybe now I can see it. Dongwan. There we go. And what do we got? We got another one. Guigokcha. 네. 토요일 경기? 아, 허리 다쳤어요. 그래서 1군에서 말소됐어요. Wisdom, I think, injured himself in with a back injury on Saturday's game. He was running out of ball, but he was running really, really slowly. And then he came out immediately after that, was replaced by Byonu Yok. I want to say it was Saturday's game. Maybe Sunday's game. Yep, Sunday's game. The first game in Sunday, he got hurt. All right. 0 for 1 with the runners on the bases, and a pretty quick inning there. Only 12 pitches leaves him at 32. We've got again the bottom of the inning. They'll also have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up as Weezer be ready. Weezer be ready. Oh, too many. All right, Yu Sung steps in, swings at a pitch out outside of the zone, and it's 0-1. 243 on this season for the left fielder. And the 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Yeah. Ask that question 2 years ago and see what kind of answer you get. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Up high, and he misses badly, but that's going to be a swing and a miss on a pitch that missed his spots by about a foot. That's a 1 away with the leadoff strikeouts. That's going to bring up a Hong Jung Pyo. The bottom of this Kia lineup is what you would call not scary. Which one? The that is in there for a strike. The only no hitter that I've ever seen was in Daejeon, and that was the worst game I've ever seen in my life. As that is in there for a strike also, and it's 0-2. Imagine, I think they lost 16-0 and got no hit. As that is up high, 1-2. Now, I want to say they lost 16-0 and got no hit. And the 1-2 is fouled away. Yeah, it's way easier to get tickets. Even last year when they sucked, they still was hard to get tickets because there were so many season ticket holders. That is just looking at the pitch right down the middle. Again, there is absolutely no reason to fear the bottom of these two orders. Oh, I don't I don't remember them getting no hit in that year as the pitch here way up high. I went the time that they got no hit was by Samsung. So Pak Jae Hyun steps in and sorry, not an ERA, a batting average of 107 as that's in there for a strike and it's 1-1. Again, nobody down in the bottom of this order hits above 200. I don't even know if they hit above 150 as that is a chopped foul and it's 1-2. Did they actually get no hit 2 years ago? And that's going to be strikeouts and number three as they go down 1, 2, 3 on three strikeouts. We'll go to the third inning. It's tied. It's 0. I mean, they definitely got shut out plenty of times, but I don't remember them getting no hit. That would be what you call a pretty solid inning there from Triple H. 13 pitches, three strikeouts, leaves him at 30 on the day. Say the only time that I remember them getting no hits was I don't maybe 2019. Some I remember Dirk McGuire was on the mound for Samsung and no hit him. List of KBO no hitters. The most recent one, yep, Deck McGuire. Sorry, Dirk. I said Deck. He no hits. Hanwha lost 16-0 on April 21st, 2019. The one before that was Michael Bowden for Doosan. Alrighty, we've got another inning, ladies and gentlemen. At top of the third, we'll have the 9-1-2 hitters is Jung Do Sung. Jung or Jong? Did I write that wrong? I did. And that is low, and it's 2-0. All righty, the 2-0 pitch here. And that is finally a strike, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1. And the 2-1 is fouled away, making it to 2-2. Again, Kia Kia is the home team, but they are on the third base side. And the 2-2 pitch says, calm down, throw it outside. He does, but it's fouled away again, and it stays 2-2. Did he catch it? He had to catch it. Caught it. Catch it. Man, it's not like my student. Woo! He just stuck the hand up and caught it. He's like, oh, little smalls there. As that is way up high, and it's 3-1. Got ourselves some Benny the Jet Red Rodriguez and old Smalls. spit on it and put your glove up. Because here comes the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and a strikeout number three on the day. And that flips the lineup back over. I thought this was going to be an absolute bloodbath of running and bullpen pitchers coming in, but so far it has been a pleasant surprise. As here comes the first pitch to Yoon Dong Hee, and that's in the dirt and ball one. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to right to start today's game. And here comes the 1-0 is ripped right to the shortstop and throws across and in the dirts, but to scoop. And that will be two away. That was not a highlight reel. As Pak Chang Ho falls down to his legs or down to his knees trying to make that play. It was an easy play. It was a really routine. And then another throw way off and but able to be scooped up over there at first by Osanu. All right, Go Sung Min struck out in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day, as looks at a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0 1. Thank you, whoever's doing that. 285 on the season for the big lefty, and the 0 1 is up high, popped up a left fielder running under it, and that is a 1 2 3. We'll go to the bottom of the third. We are absolutely flying through this game, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I've said that, we all know what's going to happen. Absolutely hauling. 12 pitches in that inning also leaves him at 44 through three. Elsewhere around the league, Doosan still up 2-0, but Wang Young Mook is up in the bottom of the second with a runner on first, but two outs. 0-0 in the KT Samsung game. NC's up quick 1-0 on SSG, top of the first there. And then Kium and LG is looking to score some runs as they got the bases loaded in the bottom of the seconds, but they do have two outs. And Iju Hyun is up to bat. I don't know who the heck that is. So if you guys are looking for something to watch later, you've ever wondered what it looks like or what I do whenever I stream, in the description for this video is the highlight video. It's not the full 30-minute documentary, but it's the highlights documentary on what I do when I stream. That if you guys watch the spring games, you guys saw them filming behind me, so you can give that a little looky look. All right, so we are ready for the bottom of the third. Han Hyun Hee, 3 strikeouts on 13 pitches in the bottom of the second. He'll have the 9-1 two hitters to face. As here comes the first pitch up high, ball 1-0. Pak Jong-woo, 231 on the season, does not play very much. He plays in a lot of games, but it's almost always as a defensive replacement as the 1-0 is fouled away, and it's 1-1. Often comes in to replace Choi Hyung-woo if he's having to play in left, or also replaces Yu Sung whenever he's playing it late in the games, is if that catches the inside, and it's 1-2 now. Oh, Choi Hyung. Oh, Choi. And fouled away, stays 1-2. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that is popped foul, and will get into the stands, and that's will stay 1-2. All righty, the 1-2 pitch just sets up right down the middle again, and it's a slow slider, but it's fouled away once again. Han Hyung Yi only throws two pitches, guys, and I'm not talking about he throws 150 and another 30 and another 8%. I'm talking in that as he hits him there as I don't know how to. He's only thrown two pitches in the first league this year. He threw a slider and he threw a fastball. So that's all he's thrown. So technically, he throws a slider 50% of the time and he throws a fastball 50% of the time. Obviously, he throws other pitches than that, but that slider definitely hit the batter. All righty. We've got another base runner, and Pak Chan Ho will look to bunt. Very important to bunt here. Runner on first with nobody out. Super, super important to bunt as time is called. And no, not time. That will be ball one on the pitch clock violation. Right, here comes the 1-0. Sets up on the outside. He does not bunt, and that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Mm. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. All right. So the 1-1 pitch just sets up on the outside corner, misses up high, and it's 2-1. Again, Kia does not hit side armors well. Will they be able to get a run in on Triple H? And the 2-1 is fouled away, and it's 2-2 as he was running on the play. And does not throw hard. 141 is what he throws. Pak Janu, plenty of speed. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 41, pitch number 11 already in this inning. As the 2-2 is way outside and a full count now. Hit the first batter in this inning, and now he's got a full count here. First full count of the day for Kia. Oh, he will definitely be off on this pitch, even though there's no outs. Definitely going to be going. And they check over. He slides back in easily. All right, 3-2. And he goes, but it's fouled away again. And it stays 3-2. 42 pitches, 12 already in this inning, is yet to record an out as both hitters are fouling off all of his good stuff, waiting for the ball way outside. on, 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 on. All right, here we go. Once again, another 3-2 pitch. And lifts that one up. Center fielder back, floating back to the warning track, makes the catch, and that will be one away. A big out there as he isn't able to move the runner over. And that brings up Osanu. Osanu had the double, the 1-out double in the first inning, but was stranded over at second as Kia could not come up with a hit. And the throw over to first as he slides back in once again. And swing and a miss. 안녕하세요. And the 0-1 is grounded to foul, and it's 0-2. TYE. Tucson Paniel. All right, the 0-2 sets up at the letters and throws it at his head, and it's 1-2. Oh, Sanu, 1-for-1. He's been to 2. And the throw over as he slides back in once again. It always surprises me because a lot of these guys they wear the sliding mitts on their on just one hand, usually their right hand, or sorry, usually their left hand, but they don't wear anything on the right hand. As the 1-2 pitch as a fouled back, and it's gonna be another 1-2 pitch. So they don't wear anything on the right hand, but the whole point of the sliding mitts is to protect your hand, but they're diving back into first all the time. Where you got a first baseman slapping that tag down, and his his foot or his knee coming down on you. Some of the players wear them on both hands. Some of them don't wear anything. There's no real consistency as the 1-2 is grounded through the right side, and he should be going to first to third. No, he holds up as quickly gets that in. He's on base for the second time today. And we've got a challenge coming up here. That's going to bring up Kim Do-young. He had a chance with runners in scoring position in his first at bats, but ended up popping up into foul territory. Yoon Dong-hee with a slow roller to third base probably would not have gotten him. I'm probably trying to figure out why the heck his fast guy is not on third base. So Kim Do-young 0 for 3 or 0 for 1 on the day. Again, the foul pop up. He fakes the bunt, and it's a ball inside, and it's 1-0. 3:15 on the season for the young third baseman. Mhm. And he will step on the bag, throw across, and that's will be a 5-3 inning ending double play. And we will go to the fourth inning tied at 0. As Kim Do Young once again has a chance to get some RBIs, but he does not. They leave another one on. They're now 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Elsewhere around the league, NC is not 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position as they have 5 runs already. They've put 1 up in the second and they've put 4 up in the the third. They're quickly up 5-0. The only other score is the Hanwha and Doosan game where Doosan is up 2-0. So, Han Hyun escapes there, throws 20 pitches though, so now he's sitting at 50. Lotte will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for them. Reyes, Junjanu, and Nasung Yup. Reyes and Junjanu both had singles in their first at bats. That's the 2 Lotte hits on your little score bug there. All right, so we be ready, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Yoon Young Chol still out there, 44 pitches through the first 3. Reyes steps in 1 for 1 on the day. And first pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's on 1. Reyes 314 now on the season. And the 0-1 pitch in the dirts, and it's 1-1. In both of these pitchers struggle with the walks. So Han Hyun-hee, 30 or 13 walks in 30 innings. Yoon Young Chol, more walks than strikeouts is low, and it's 2-1. 10 walks to 2 strikeouts, 10 walks and 5 points at 2 innings. Did pitch better down in the second league with 5 walks in 10 innings. So not fantastic by any means. Is sets up at the waist, misses badly, and he just shoots it right back over to the right side, and he is on base for the second time today. He just exactly doing what he has to, just taking what he gives him. Reyes is a guy he puts on. He's got a sliding mitt and he's got a sliding glove. As we've got Junjanu steps in again. He 1 for 1 also. The first pitch is low. Ball 1, 1-0. Do not want to get behind on him where you have to throw something over the plate because he will deposit it in the outfield. Bat may or may not land before the ball. As the 1-0. That is crushed, but he's just out in front of it. Just like I said, is that might have been out of the stadium. Just out in front. He wanted to bat flip that foul ball, but he resisted, held on to it. Alrighty, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside. Curveball misses way up high, and it's 2-1. These two teams are not just rivals. These two cities are rivals, ladies and gentlemen. They have a lot of Korean history between these two cities, Busan and Gwangju. As the 2-1 just misses outside, and it's 3-1. If you would like to know what I'm talking about, you can review or Google search the Gwangju Uprising. All righty, here comes the 3-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, down at the knees, and he misses up high. And that's going to be another runner on base. They've got the first two on, and nobody outs. And that brings up Na Sung Yup as the pitching coach will head on out to give a talk to his guy. That's the second walk of the day for him. After a 1-2-3 third inning, he is running into trouble here once again in the fourth. All right, here we go. Runners on first and second. Na Sung Yup 0 for 1 on the day. Same situation he had in his first at bats as he fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. Came up in the first at inning with runners on the monster wall. Uh, just on the other side of that is the street, and the 0-1 is swing and a miss there. 0-2. Yeah, I mean, they basically like let's throw all the amenities we can into this stadium. Forget about the fact that nowhere in the stadium is a good view of the whole field. We'll have a bunch of stuff in it, and we won't have very many seats either. As here comes the 0-2, ground through the left side. Reyes will round third. They will wave him home, and Lotte takes the 1-0 lead on the RBI single. The third straight hits for the old Lotte Gigantes. 1-0 quick Lotte. Reyes heading on home easily scores. And Yugong Nam steps in. He walked in his first at bat 0 for 0 with a 341 on the season. Sets up right down the middle and misses up high. A ball one, 1-0. All the away teams are putting up some damage today. It was the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and it's a 1-1. Doosan and the away team up 3-0. KT, the away team up 2-0. Lotte, the away team up 1-0. And NC, the away team up 5-0. As here comes the 1-0. Is he, I don't know, they called time for something. All right, the 1-1 pitch to the catcher. Catcher sets up right down the middle, and he fouls that over to the left side. And it's a 1-2. 15 pitches so far in this inning. Runners on first and seconds, nobody out. One run is already in. Struggling mightily. Again, he did pitch the one game against Lotte earlier. He is definitely pitched better than that. He pitched one inning, gave up 6 runs in that outing. So definitely an improvement there. As the 1-2 sets up at the chest and it doesn't chase it, and it's 2-2. 60 pitches now. The most he's thrown in the first league this season. And the 2-2 pitch misses inside, and another full count. Second full count of the day for Yugong Nam. Third of the day for Lotte. Big time. A bigger time. Yes, here comes the 3-2 pitch. It sets up right down the middle, and that's in the dirt, and it gets away. And that will walk the bases full, as they've now got the bases loaded with nobody out, and the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up. About time you change the pitcher, right? Yeah, no, mate, yeah, yeah. Oh, gonna have a little mound visits. A little mound visit. No pitcher, no pitching coach coming out. You got a righty and a lefty warming up in the old bullpen. All right, Sohon Young 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded into a 4-3 double play in his first at bat. And the first pitch is fouled away, and it's 1-0. Or sorry, 0-1. Why did I say 1-0? I had no idea what I'm doing. Making it up as I go, guy. Sono Young, I know what you're wanting to know. With the bases loaded, is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As here comes the 1 pitch, pops him up, right field center fielder ranging over. He'll grab it. That should score a run. He goes to third, and he is in at third. Oh, a sacrifice fly to center field, scores another one, and that's makes it 2-0. But Na Sung Yup makes it over to third base, and Yukong Nam stays over at first. So we've got 2-0, or still have a runner on first and third. Runners at the corner for the number 8 hitter, Pak Sung Uk. Pak Sung Uk struck out in his first at bat. Again, he's hitting about a buck 20. Nope, sorry. My bad. Buck 33 on the season. Again, he is forced to take over after the big trade with Doosan, produced the league leader in batting average. He was hit in the head, and then his replacement was hit in the head this weekend. As they are both out, drops down a bunt, says awful, awful, dumbest decision of the day. Congratulations, right there. What the hell was that? He bunts it right back to the pitcher, who easily throws him out. That was dumb. I mean, he was out by by 4 steps. What was that stupidity? As that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. That is the textbook definition of how you absolutely destroy any sort of momentum. First and third, and you bunt. The guy at third has no speed. He's a first baseman. He's got no speed. Like there's no reason whatsoever for whatever that was. As that misses just off of the side or the bottom of the zone. I just can't believe that they just bunted there. Like what was the reason for that bunt? The 1-1 is swing and a miss there. Like I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like he bunted it right back to the pitcher who easily fielded it, tossed it to the catcher who had the clock the amount of time he had with a sundial before he had to put the tag down. As the 1-2 goes around, he tags him, and that's will be. I'm still mesmerized about how dumb that play was. There's no way that a professional manager would have ever called that play. Like, there's no reason, no way. Like, I'm just amazed at how awful that decision was. Like, how does a professional manager make that decision? Like, how is it possible? I mean, if you're Kia, you have to be pretty happy there. You had the bases loaded and nobody out, and you only gave up 1 run. So, I mean, you have to be happy with that. Wow, is that stupid? All right. Well, Kia will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up in the bottom of the fourth here as they are now down 2-0. Wow. As LG is finally taking the lead at 3-0 on Kium. Austin with another RBI. Still just limited DHing. All righty, here we go. Che Hyung-woo walked in his first at bats in the first inning. A swing and a miss there, and it's 0-1. 297 as he calls time. Gets his one timeout call. And then the 0-1 is way outside, 1-1. That's a right back up the middle, and he will be on base for the second time today. This time with the hit variety, and that brings up the number 5 hitter Hanjun Soo. Right back up the middle. All right, Hanjun Soo steps in. He flew out to right in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. And a nice pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that is a fouled away, 0-2. Can Kia at least cut this lead down? They had a leadoff runner last inning, was able to finally get a hit with a runner on base, but nothing came from it. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way up high, and it's 1-2. Looks like Samsung has gotten themselves a run, cut the lead down to 2-1. And SSG has got themselves a run also. It's 5-1 there. NC is up. As here comes the 1-2 pitch to Han Jun Soo. And he pops them up. Left fielder Reyes moving under it, and that's will be one away. Oh, wrong button. It's not the fifth inning. Sorry. My fingers are going crazy. Let's try that. We'll stay back at the fourth. All right. Yu Sung steps in. He struck out in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on thy day. Nice sky there. Stella Duck Boki. As here comes the first pitch, almost hits him, and it's ball one, 1-0. Oh, Chae Young. Oh, Chae Young. Can't help but sing the song. And the 1-0 is up high, 2-0. The resets. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and he paints it, and it's a 2-1. 60 pitches, and now for Han Hyun Lee, 50 in so far through the third, 20 in his last inning. And we've got a leadoff single here, 2-1 it counts. As a Yugong Nam sets up on the outside again, and he misses badly, but he misses so bad he's in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Fastball slider. That's all you get in the 2-2. A swing and a miss, and strikeout number 4 on the day for Triple H. And now they've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Leadoff single, but once again, nothing behind it, as they've now gone 0 for 2 with the runners on base in this inning. That brings up Hong Jong Pyo. In the bottom of this lineup is not to be feared at all. 3 strikeouts in the second inning is that is a slapped foul, and it's 0-1. Back in the second, it was the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming in, and it's strikeouts. Now you got the number 6 hitter struck out already. Here comes the number 7 hitter. The 6, 7, 8 is 0 for 4 with 4 Ks, as that is not going to be a K. Reyes giving chase, but it'll hit off the wall and foul. Not a good angle of the play. Hopefully, this will be a little bit better. Yep, just foul. They're gonna replay it, but I believe it was foul. Reyes looking at it. Definitely looks foul. You can see some chalk fly up, but it whoever chalked those lines needs to mm, put in a resume for a different job, maybe fingerprint artist or something like that, because they left a big extra chalk over on the sides, and that's what popped up in the air. Oh, it is foul, and it's 0-2 now. Kiwi, if you're in here, why did Doosan pull their starter? As that is outside of 1 and 2. I'm assuming their starter got hurt trying to field Moonhyun Bin's, or did it hit right into him? What happened? As the 1-2 pitch, or maybe Allen? Okay, I was like, it was either he tried to field it or he got hit. Bad or just precautionary? As here comes the two on or two outs, fouled away. Is 67 is a foul. That's good news for Hanwha, I should say. All right, once again another 2-2 pitch here. Runner on first, leadoff single by Che Young Woo. He's been standing there waiting for something. That's going to be fouled off. Another one, and stays 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a single up the middle. And like that, they've got runners on first and seconds now as they finally come through with the hits with a runner on base. All right, Park Jae Hyun struck out looking in his first at bats. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner, pitch number 70. As both of these starters definitely thinking it's a surprise if they go 5 innings. Was not expecting it. All right, here comes the 0-1 and misses. Oh, just gets the outside, and it's 0-2. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. Strikeouts number 5, and they leave another 2 on. They've left 5 on so far today. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Lotte. 2-0 Lotte. The 5 strikeouts from the 6, 7, 8 hitters so far today. As he did run the pitch count up a little bit, though. As he's now sitting at 72 pitches, 22 pitches in that inning as they go 0 for 1 again with runners on or runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 4 now with runners in scoring position on the day is the old Kia Tigres. The Gigantes. Elsewhere, Doosan still up 3-0. Hanwha's got a runner on first with 2 outs, though. Never mind. Cham Sung just struck out. So, yeah, I mean, he's been throwing 5 innings in the second league. So his last 5 starts, 5 innings, 5 innings, 4 innings, 5.1 innings, 5 innings, throwing around 79 to 85 pitches. So, but the biggest thing for him is his home runs. He's given up 6 home runs in 7 games in the second league. So, very surprised. He was in your bullpen last year. He started for you last year. All right, Kim Gi-hoon out on the mound is we will go to the first bullpen guy, Kim Gi-hoon, ERA of goose eggs on the season. Oh, Michael Jackson playing in the background of the Kia Stadium. Just beat it. All righty, top of the 5th now. First pitch from the lefty reliever to Yoon Dong Hee, and it's in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Yep. All righty, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that is in there for a strike. 145 from the lefty. 145 from the left side is very fast in the KBO. He does not look very old. And born in 2000, as that ball almost flies to the backstop. It was so bad. A Guangzhou boy. No Guangzhou boy. That was not anywhere near a strike, and neither was that one, and it's 2-2 now. All righty, the 2-2 pitch now is sets up right down the middle, and that's ripped. Diving stop by the third baseman, and gets up and throws a strike over to the first baseman, and that's 1 away. Yeah, very surprising. Again, he led the league in ERA or in errors last year. All righty, that brings up Go Sung Min. Go Sung Min 0 for 2 on the day. Looks it's a ball 1 up high. as he's got best shown on his forearm. I wonder what that says. I wonder if it's like do your best or try your best, something. I don't know. As the 1-0 is lifted up into the air, center fielder over under it, and that will be two away. That brings up Reyes. Reyes is 2 for 2 on the day, two singles and a run scored. Reyes flips over to the right side, and that is in there for a ball, and it's 1-0. 318 and now on the season, climbing that average up slowly. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Says throw it in the dirt, throw it as hard as you can, I think is what he said, and he does, but he doesn't follow through well, and it's a 2-0 pitch. All right, the 2-0 pitch sets up right at the knees, and that's right back up the middle. And just like that, the third time on base for Reyes. He is now 3 for 3, and that brings up Junjanu. Junjanu steps in. He has also been on base twice. Way up high. And 1-0. Junjanu a single in his first at bats, a walked in his second, and came around to score. I believe he walked on 4 straight pitches as the check over on Reyes as he easily walks by. I could tell that was a pickoff play from the left-hander before he even made a move. Steps off the back of the mound. Reyes is like, okay, I'll just stand on the base. I'm not trying to steal. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. And misses inside 1-0, 2-0. I don't know the words to this song, but I'm going to pretend to sing it anyway. It's catchy. As the 2-0 pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-0. And walked, I believe, again on 4 straight pitches in his last at bats before he came around to score. This game is slowing to a crawl now with runners on base and relievers out on the mound. As here comes the 3-2 pitch. And right down thy middle, and it's 3-1. Here we go, the 3-1. That's ripped over the jumping third baseman. That rolls around into the corner. Reyes rounding third. Are they going to bring him home? They will not. And he will be on second base with a 2-out double on base for the third time today, as they once again are threatening. Reyes, a good eye looking right at the third base coach the whole time, ready to continue running if need be. All right, Nosing up a single with an RBI in his last at bats, 1 for 2 on the day, and that is on the hands, pops it up, catcher under it, and that's will be 3 away. They get to 2 more hits from the 3-4 hitters, but to leave a 2 on will go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-0 Lotte. First pitch pops it up foul. That is not how you draw it up, ladies and gentlemen. Not how you draw it up. We'll see if Triple H comes back out. I think you have to think that they want to get a. They would love to be able to get 5 innings from him. Make sure my numbers are right. They are correct. SSG threatening. NC's up 5-1, but SSG's got the bases loaded in the bottom of the fifth. All right, it's a 9-1-2 coming up. I believe he is still going to be coming out. Na 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 na. As he is still out there. He's at 72 pitches and not just 71. Still surprised that this game is only 2-0. All righty, here we go. Hanyani saying, watch, or Yugong Nam back behind the plate saying, watch out for the bunts. This guy is fast. He will drop down a bunt. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat, but was stranded on the bases. And the first pitch is way outside, 1-0. 231 on the season for the center fielder. Sorry, right fielder. Often takes over and plays as center field. As the 1-0 is in there for a strike and a swing and a miss. And 1-1. 5 strikeouts for Triple H already on the day. And the 1-1 pitch way outside, and it's 2-1. Sideburns. How about you, Sideburns? You want some milk? As the 2-1 pitch is fouled away, and it's 2-2. We are moving so fast. And the 2-2 sets up a right down the middle, and that's fouled away again. Other looks like the KT and Samsung game is in the top of the 6th. Other games, Hanwha's now in the bottom of the 5th. As here comes the 2-2 pitch is rolled over. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and that will be 1 away. That flips the lineup back over to Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho 0 for 2 on the day. Lined out to the shortstop, and then also blew out to the center fielder. And misses up high, 1-0. Well, Pachano at 267 now on this season for the shortstop. Will be a free agent after this year as the 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike and it's 1-1. Kia, with their championship last year, are going to have some problems uh, after this year. Pak Chan Ho and Che Jun Woo will both be free agents as that just catches the bottom. And I want to say their closer is also going to be a free agent. I'm not entirely sure. I do know Pak Chan Ho and uh, Chaewon Jun will both is that is fouled away. So that's why everybody was very surprised with Hanwha's off-season signing. Not only did they go for a guy that they didn't need, they overpaid him by about 2 to 3 times what he was worth. As Pak Chan Ho is going to be a slow. Oh wow, the ball with a ton of spin on it. As Go Sung Min reaches out for it, but when he does, it hits the dirt and just spins hard left, and he will be on base with a 1 out single. Go Sung Min was setting his feet to throw, but as soon as it hit the dirt, it spun hard right towards the basically the left field foul pole, and he wasn't able to make a play on it. So 83 pitches, and now for Han Hyun Hee. And we'll have a pitching change. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we are coming back. Jung Hyun Soo out on the mound, 363 ERA, 27 games already, but only 17 and a third inning. So he'll come in to face Osanu, the left-hander here, as he has been on base twice already. There is a righty and then a lefty behind him. So Kia go righty lefty up in the top of this lineup, so that if you do have anybody that is you know a lefty specialist, they are going to have to pitch to a righty, or you're going to have to burn through your bullpen as that runs inside, and it's 1-0. 27 games already. He has to be up there in terms of most games. And he is. He is leading the league in games played or appearances, I guess, is what we want to say with a pitcher. As here comes, nope, a check over on the runner, Pak Chan O. It will steal a base. I'm waiting for them to pop up how successful he is. I think he was 5 of 6 the last time I saw. As here comes the 1-0 pitch and runs way up and in, and it's 2-0. Almost hit him there. 2-0 pitch. Kia would love to be able to take advantage of this early bullpen. The fact that neither team was able to break through on a bullpen starter as the 2-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 2-1 now. Osanu, a double in his first at bat back in the first, and then a single in the third inning. But they held up Pak Jong U over at third, and they may be regretting that now as the 2-1 is lifted into right field. Going. Yoon Dong Hee makes the catch at the warning track at the wall, and that's will be 2 away. It looked like it had enough legs to be a souvenir, but Yoon Dong Hee absolutely tracked that down and makes the catch right at the wall, ends up jumping and landing into foul territory as he makes the catch. That is 2 down now, and Kim Do Young will step in. They set up way outside and they throw way outside. Have to wonder, are they even going to really pitch to him? As he is 0 for 2 on the day with a foul pop up to the first baseman and then a 5-3 inning ending double play. As that is popped up. And the catcher under it. And that will be 3 away as he is been on base all 3 times or been up all 3 times with runners on, and he's come up empty. That'll be the break time for us. I'll see you in a few. All right, we're back. Kim Gun-guk out on the mound at 9.26 ERA, 9 games, 11 and two-thirds innings. So now we are definitely into the bullpens, and things could get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Yugong Nam, it'll be a 6, 7, 8 coming up for Lotte. Yugong Nam been on base twice today, but is not recorded an official hit or official at bats. Yeah, I saw they hit the easiest guy to get out, the least clutch player in the history of the KBO, and they hit him. Load the bases. All right, Yugong Nam steps in, and that pitch is in the other batter's box, and it's a 1-0. 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle and misses up high, and it's 2-0. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. He says, "Calm down, just throw a strike." And he does, because it's fouled away, and it's 2-1. I think Hanwha's got the old man, the guy that made his debut in 2002. All righty, here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up right in the middle, and he rolls over it. Third baseman grabs it, throws it across, and that's will be 1 away. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Son Ho Young. Son Ho Young with a ground into double play in his first at bat, and then a sacrifice fly in his second at bat. 1-for-1 on the day. I'm sorry, 0-for-1 on the day. 1-for-1, 0-for-1 on the day. As that misses low, and it's 1-0. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be ripped, but it's foul, and it's 1-1. Me, 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 me. And the 1-1 pitch runs inside, but just catches a piece of the inside corner as it does. And it's 1-2. You don't want him to hit another home run? As the 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss as he makes the play and tags him. That'll be 2 away. A big curve breaking down, and it gets him swinging. All right, Pak Sung-uk. Morning, morning. As that is up high, and it's 1-0. Yeah, well, Kia needs to hit with the runners on base. As the 1-0 pitch is a ground ball back up the middle, and that is going to be a 2-out single from the guy that bunted it right back to the pitcher with a runner on third in his last at bats. Kia is continuing to not hit when they have runners on base. So that brings up the number 9 hitter, Jang Do-sung. Is 0-for-2 on the day with 2 Ks. cannot be afraid of him. Is there for defense. Is that is a fouled away, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Kia is 0 for 4 with runners on or runners in scoring position so far today. Uh, they are 2 for 11 with runners on base. Uh, as Here comes, yeah, the 0-1 as throws over to first. Hyun Soo. Ah, are you a fan of Jung Hyun Soo? As here comes the 0-1 pitch. And sets up right down the middle, and that's going to be right back up the middle, and that's is another single. They continue to put lots of pressure on the Kia pitchers as they flip the lineup back over. Oh, really? I have nothing. I know nothing about him. Triple H started. Han Hyun Hee, Jung Hyun Soo. From Busan, local boy. All right, Yoon Dong Hee steps in. A ripped one, but a diving stop and throw by Kim Do Young. It got him at first in his last at bat, which was just last inning. And that catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, 0-1 pitch, runners on first and seconds into the Kia bullpen. A third pitcher as that is in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Welcome, welcome, both of you guys. Joining just in time for the fun of the KBO bullpens. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch to Yoon Dong Hee. Way out in the dirts, and that's a ball 1-2. Good block there by Han Jun Soo. As Yoon Dong Hee and Kim Do Young were checking each other's flow early in the game. All righty, here we go. The 1-2 pitch, pitch number 15. It's going. Got news that I'm not going to be able to stream the next 2 days. Uh, but it'll be all right. I'll be here for the 2 o'clock games on Saturday. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, sets up way outside, throws it in the dirt. It gets away, and they're gonna both move up. Again, the KBO. Yeah, another teacher's sick. So I guess a teacher's sick or something. So they need me to work. So I don't normally I finish at 5:30. So I'm covering another teacher's classes. So I'll finish at like 6:10, which isn't enough time as that's fouled away and it's stays 2-2. So by the time I got home, the game would have already been started. Yeah, it's all right. I think Friday's games are all going to be canceled because of rain. Maybe the Seoul games that get played. But here comes the 2-2 is in the dirt outside, but he doesn't go, and that's going to run the count full. Runners on second and third, full counts now for Yoon Dong Hee. Lotte has been hit hard by the injury bug as of late. Barnes released yesterday. Alec Gamboa was signed a AAA left-hander from the Dodgers. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, is that's going to be way outside and ball four. He walks the bases loaded. That brings up the number two hitter, Go Sung Min. Charlie Barnes, he was injured, and he was going to be out for at least eight. He's going to be out for at least 8 weeks. They could have signed a temporary replacement, but he has been struggling all year. So I think they just like we're just gonna move on. It's got to be hard to be able to sign a quality replacement this early in the league or this early in the season. It's a little easier in the second half of the season because major league teams they're ready. They're okay. We're gonna give up. We're gonna take whatever you're gonna pay us or whatever you're gonna do to let us release this guy. So all right, Go Sung Min 0 for 3 on the day. Strikeout, a fly out to left, and a fly out to center field. And the first pitch is in the dirt again, and it's a 1 and 0. Bases are loaded. Han Jun Soo is moving around a ton back there behind the plates, trying to keep the ball within reason. Is runner over at third base. Pak Sung Uk will come if the ball gets away. And the 1-0 is a swing and a miss at a ball down below the zone. And it's 1-1. Here we go. The 1-1 sets up right down the middle, and he throws that in the dirts. But another good block by Hanjun Soo. He is earning his paycheck today, ladies and gentlemen, especially in this inning. Brink, I hope you wear some of those hair bands or whatever. Is that is fouled away and it moves to 2-2. I hope you wear one of those sweet little hair bands with the tigers on it. Really embrace the Korean fashion culture. At least get pops wearing one of those. As the 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, 2-0, bases loaded, and here comes the pitch as a fouled away again, and it's pitch number 24. Throwing 24, 25 pitches an inning from your bullpen, guys, is exactly. Oh, that's what I like to hear. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, and they leave the bases loaded. They've left 9 on base already today. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 Lotte. Big out there. Two outs, a single, and then another single and a walk loads the bases, but a big strikeout. 9 runners left on. They have left 7 on in the last 3 innings. They left 2 on in the 4th, 2 on in the 5th, and 3 on there. As the old inability to score is rearing its ugly head. Yeah, was it still 3-0? Yeah, maybe they'll wait to the 7th inning today. Again, Hanwha is this year's Kia. Their Kia last year, Kia's bullpen was really good. Hanwha's bullpen is really good. Last year, Kia led the league in come from behind victories. Hanwha is far and away leading the league in come from behind victories. Uh, the difference is Hanwha's come from behind victories are not because of their offense, but because their bullpen is so good. No, Wisdom isn't even on the first team right now. I believe in back injury. All right, so Jung Hyun Soo back out there. As, that is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, I mean, Kia tried to adjust or take care of their offensive inefficiencies as that is up high, and it's a 1-0 or 1-1. Last year, the big hole was obviously at first base, so they went and signed Wisdom, but he just hasn't had it as that is fouled away, and it's 1-2. Hanwha, you know, they had one of the worst offenses in the league last year. As the 1-2 is a big home run there by Florio. There you go. Is that his one hit for the day? All right, the 1-2 pitch coming up. As it did he go around? They don't even appeal down to third, and it's 2-2. What is the official name for that Kiwi? Is it the monster wall? I think right. So the 2-2 is fouled away, and it stays 2-2. I think it's the monster wall is right. The official name of it because it's not green. Yeah. Again, they have to throw. They have to have you know you've got the Korean monster pitching, and you've got the monster wall. I'm surprised they don't sell monster at the stadium. Swing and a miss there on the big giant curve. That's will be one away in the bottom of the sixth. Oh, he hasn't done well for the last few months. And that's an ugly looking swing from the catcher. And 0-1. Oh, Han Jun Soo 0 for 2 on on the day. Flew out to right in his first at bat, flew out to left in his second at bat, and that's a ball one up high, 1-1. And a swing and a miss there, and it's a 1-2. Yeah, Wisdom hitting a 111 in the month of May. No home runs, 3 for 27 with 9 strikeouts. As the 1-2 he waits on it, so it slaps it into the Kia dugout, and that's will steep it to 1-2. Yeah, I'm hard like it's difficult for me. He's a Cub, but he was also a Cardinal. So do I root for him or not? As the 1-2 is popped up into foul territory, Nasung up under it, and that's will be two away. Well, he's injured right now, so he'll take some time off, and I assume probably try to get his timing back in the minors. As the 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's a 1-1. Yeah, that's my thought. As the 1-1 is it just catches the outside corner, and it's 1-2. But at the same time, I don't have a team in the KBO anymore, and on top of that, I feel like I have to root for foreigners. I feel like that's an obligation as the 1-2 is fouled away, or nope, lifted into right field. You know he under it, and that is a 1-2-3. We'll go to the seventh inning. It's still 2-0 Lotte. No, 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 no. I'm a St. Louis fan. St. Louis Cardinals, right there. But Wisdom played for the Cubs and Cardinals. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I root for him or not because he was a Cub last. He, but, again, I don't have a team. I feel like I should, as a foreigner in Korea, I have to root for other foreigners. I feel like it is a requirement. Reyes will lead things off. Like, like, I had to root for guys with beards. I had to root for guys with dreadlocks. I had to root for guys that rock the spectacles while they're playing. I don't know about that. I mean, I obviously I'm financially invested in Hanwha. They are down the street, but depending on who they're playing, obviously would change my view. So I wonder if Kim Gung-gu. I have to imagine they're going to make a pitching change here. They're not going to let him go out there again, right? No, they're going to let him go back out there. 25 pitches, loaded the bases, but they're going to let him face Reyes, who's 3 for 3 on the day, as that's misses inside, and it's a 1-0. I am really not sure about this whole move. Yeah, you have to, man. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. Sets up right at the waist, and that is a fouled away, and it's 1-1. I will say this, though. In general, and I'm probably going to get someone's probably going to record this. In general, I am not a fan of foreigners in Korea. They're often very loud, often drink a lot, as the 1-1 is way up high, and it's 2-1. Uh, Oftentimes, they don't take any interest in Korea itself. As the 2-1 is outside, and it's 3-1. So there we go. Steve, you've been in Korea longer than I don't know if you've been in longer than Kenny, but I know you've been in Korea longer than me. as the 3-1 pitch is fouled straight back, and that runs the count full. Yeah, that's the way you should. I have no idea who that is. As here comes the 3-2 pitch, sets up right at the waist and slaps that one a foul, giving away some souvenirs to the Kia fans. Yeah, like Brink, that's the way it should be. Again, I feel just because obviously most a lot of Koreans, or at least Korean baseball fans, would have seen me on TV and they know who I am. So I feel like I'm extra obligated to be well behaved and a good example. So here comes and that's way up high, and that is going to be a leadoff walk. He is on base for the fourth time today. Reyes on base now for the fourth time, and that brings up Jun Janu, who has also been on base three times today. As the 0-1. Yeah, I mean, in general, a lot of the but like Kiwi and Steve and Kenny, they've all been in Korea. They're a long-term people. Oftentimes what I'm talking about is the foreigners who just got here or who only planning on being here for 1 or 2 years is smoking up by the face as he falls down to the ground, and it's 1-1. He'll walk away and regather himself. That is a big pitch there. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'm never going to be seen as somebody who is a regular here. I guess you'll always be a foreigner. So that's obviously something, but the 1-1 is swing and a miss there on a pitch right at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. But yeah, I mean, I have to root for the foreign players. I want them to do well. I want them to represent other foreigners well. Obviously, former Cardinals, I want to do well. There's only been one as the 1-2 is popped up, second baseman under it, and that's going to be one away. There's only been one Hanwha foreign player that I have actively rooted against. I will let anybody try to guess who that was. Anybody is nope. No, I thought he was great. I thought he was hustled, especially on a team that was awful. Nope, not Rosario, as that is in there for a strike. 0-1. It was not. It was not a pitcher. I will say that it was not a pitcher. Nope. As the 0-1 is fouled away. Nope, he played on Hanwha. There's only been one Hanwha foreigner that I have actively rooted against. Niger Morgan. Niger Morgan. As the pitch is up high. Did he go around? He did. As that will be out number two. Great. Who? Thank you, Brink. You know. Oh, from the time he was with the Nationals and he was always trying to fight everybody. Yeah, yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Is that is up high and it's 1-0. As Jung Bo-gun pinch hitting here. And that is lifted into left field, but the left fielder over. And that will be 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but go 0 for 3 after it, and we'll go to the bottom of the seventh. Still just 2-0. They've now left 10 on base. Yeah, definitely did not either, Kenny. Henzi Mullen. What? Yeah, the T Plush was his alter ego name. Could not stand him. So Song Jae Young. Yep, T Plush. He didn't even make the opening day roster because he got into arguments with the manager. The manager who is now is known as the dictator. He was the the teacher, the teacher of Hanwha's current manager years and years ago, the mentor. So out on the mound, a fellow spectacled wearer is Song Jae Young, 338 on this season. Is he is decisionless, but does have 2 holds, 23 games. Yeah, he was more worried about performing for the crowd than playing baseball. It wasn't that he was hated here. I just didn't like him because I knew about him. Mad Williams, a legendary Kia coach. All right, pinch hitter here for Hong Jong Pyo is Byonu Yok, and the first pitch is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, and that's 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. Just the way you drew it up in the board. That's going to bring up the number 8 hitter. All right, Park Jae-hyun. Are we going to have a pinch hitter here? Park Jae-hyun was in the batter's box. And we're going to, I guess, have another pinch hitter here. As So Park Jae Hyun done for the day, and that brings in a new pinch hitter. And now we'll have a pitching change as the battles are beginning. They pinch hits Park Jae Hyun with a righty, so they will switch to another righty. Jung Hae Won is the pinch hitter. So they lefty on the mound. So Hong Jong Pyo does not bat. Instead, they have Byung Yuk bats. Byung Yuk one pitch, one out. Then so now you have Park Jae Hyun, who's a left-hander. Yeah. uh I wonder that, Kenny. They look very similar. Uh then so you have Park Jae Hyun, who is a left-hander. So they just decide, hey, we're not gonna have that. You know, Jung Hae Won will pinch hit, and Park Jin will take over on the mound. Pretty effective outing for Song Jae Young, who throws one pitch, it gets one out, and decides to go have a shower. Do you have to shower if you only throw one pitch? Most beloved. Uh, I'd have to say maybe somebody like uh, r- well, Nippert. I would have to say Nippert as yeah, I would have to say Dustin Nippert because I mean he's married to a Korean. He still lives in Korea. Dustin Nippert. He's the longest tenured foreigner. No, Pak Jin now out on the mound. Jung Hae Won. And nope, we have another pinch hitter. Kim Gyu Sung will now pinch hit for the pinch hitter. And that's going to be a ball one. Misses up high, and it's a 2-0. Nipperts. He would dominates as that is popped up, but gets out of play, and it's 2-1. I remember when there was lots of talk about Hanwha signing Johnny Cueto. And I was like, that would be another guy that I could not root for. As the 2-1 a swing, and that's going to be strike two, 2-2. Johnny Cueto should never have even been in the MLB anymore. As the 2-2 pitch, Brink knows what I'm talking about. As he lifts that one, and that's going to just go foul. And it stays 2-2. And that is going to be a single into right field. And they've got themselves a base runner once again. That brings up the number 9 hitter. And what are they going to do here, ladies and gentlemen? You think Peraza? I think maybe, all righty. We've got Pak Jung Woo stands in. He hit by a pitch and then a 4-3 ground out. As that is lifted into left field, Reyes back, and that'll be 2 away. Flips the lineup back over to Pak Chan Ho. As I think that's might be it. Rosario was really well liked. As we're going to have another pitching change. Pitching changes and pitching changes, pitching changes, more pitching changes. They bring knows exactly what I'm talking about with the cleated guy. Yeah. Should have been suspended and relieved from his duty in the MLB after that. Oh, Jung Chal Wan will come out onto the mound. Gonna have 17 pitchers to finish this game. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was trying to think. Yeah, Hoeing was obviously well liked, but the thing with Peraza, the reason why Peraza is so popular is because Hanwha and the KBO was really popular when he was playing. I love the little league pants here from Jung Chol Wan. Got the elastic bands on the bottom. Probably has no pockets in it, no belt loops, like your first ever pair of baseball pants. Oh, Pak Chano steps in. 1 for 3 on the day, a single in his last at bats, and that's going to be ripped past the third baseman, and another single on the first pitch he sees. They'll go to third and safe. That is really pushing it hard. They're going to replay it. The Lotte manager is calling for the replay. 안녕하세요. Ooh. 아, 네. 그 다큐멘터리 시범 경기 중계 방송했을 때 촬영했어요. This is close. Oh, I think he's safe. That's a much better angle there. I definitely think he's safe. Yep, he is safe. And then now they've got runners on first and third with two outs. All right, Osunu, who's 2 for 3 on the day, a double, a single, and a fly out to rights. That was a pushing it over there. Six so far. The problem is they've hit into two double plays, I believe. One or two, one double play. As the first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Osanu, 2 for 3. Kim Do Young has not had a good day. Pop up to third or to foul territory with runner on second. Runners on first and second, grounded into an inning double play. Did he go? I don't know. Everybody else watched that replay. The home plate umpire shook his head no. The home plate umpire shook his head no, looking at the third base umpire. It's the same one. He does it all the time. He does it all the time. As the 1-1 in there for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Because this is the big, tall home plate umpire. He's taller than almost every single player. Kingdom, 제 한국말 어때요? TV에 다문화 TV에서 그다 이해했을 수 있었어요? All right, the 1-2 pitch to Osanu. He's tapping his glove on the ground and he pops him up, but out of play, and it stays 1-2. Yeah, Brink, Kim Do Young, inning one, runner on second, pops up in foul territory to the first baseman. And then in the third, runners on first and second with one out, and he grounds into a 5-3 double play. And then in the fifth, a runner on base, and he pops up in foul territory to the catcher. He has not had a good game. Played well on defense, though. A huge diving stop against Yoon Dong Hee. But here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's inside. 2-2. And more issues. The home plate umpire, did something. Oh no, this isn't the full. This isn't the big umpire. Apparently, the Kia manager is upset something about the the setting. Uh, Either I can't completely understand, and they haven't said anything yet about Either the timing, calling time or something like that. I'm gonna change earplugs. Give me just a second here. They wanted. He wanted. That's what it is. The hitter wanted to get some spray, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Jung Chal Wan, a huge fist pump there. And that's will be 3 away. We'll go to the 8th inning as they leave 2 more on. So, what that was, what the manager was complaining about, I couldn't figure it out because they weren't talking about it. Because I don't think the announcers could understand either. Because he went like this, and I thought he was talking about you didn't write down a time or something. But what it was is that the batter wanted time to spray the sticky stuff on his spray the pine tar on his bats, and the home plate umpire wouldn't grant him time to do that. So that's what the complaints were. All right, big strikeouts there. We'll go to the 8th inning at top of the 8th now. 2 more left on for Kia. Lotte will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up. As they are still arguing about it. LG is up 10-0 now. When was the last time? Oh, never mind. Kia did score yesterday. I was like, when was the last time Kia scored? All right, so a ton of changes. Jang Jae Hyuk out on the mound. I'll try to get them and as I possibly can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all. Jang Jae Hyuk is on the mound and looks at ball 1 there. And 1-0. Son Ho Young steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He grounded into a double play in his first at bat, a strikeout in his second or third, but sandwiched in there is a sacrifice fly, an RBI that scored the second run for Lotte. Biggest swing there, 1-1 now. Trying to still get this all fixed for you guys. And that misses up high. 2-1. So Pak Jong-hoo moves from right to center. Oh moves from first to right. Byung-hyuk goes to first, and Kim Kyu-sung goes to second. As that is golfed up and out of the stadium. He brought his 9-iron, ladies and gentlemen, and that's is golfed out. What a shot there. He was down on a knee, golfing that off of the plate. Cannot fault the pitcher for that one. Good Lord. That is Vladimir Guerrero Sr. That brings up a Pak Sung Ook. And that misses outside. A ball one. All right. Let me get all this stuff fixed now. All right. And swing and a miss there. And it's 1-1. Bianu Yuck goes to first. Kim Gyu Sung goes to second. And that's going to be a ground ball foul, and it's 1-2. And a chopper, but it's a foul again, and it's 1-2. All right. All right, I think I've got everything fixed. Pak Jong Ho is in center. Kim Yu Sung stays in and plays to second. Pyeongyuk stays and goes to first. And then Osanu stays in, goes from first to right field as Pak Sung Hook gives that a ride right to the center fielder I just talked about. And that's one away. That brings up Jong Do Sung, who singled in his last at bats. That how what was that? 4 inches off of the plate. As and oh man, the back is cramping up, ladies and gentlemen, as I put that pitch on the wrong side. So we had Jong Do Sung a 1 for 3, and that's going to be a single through the left side. He is on base for the second straight time. And that will bring up the top of the lineup once again. Even the announcers are saying golf swing. They know what's up. They've been listening to my broadcast. They know what to say. One of these days, they'll hire me to do the real job. But until then, we're here together, ladies and gentlemen. As Yoon Dong Hee 0 for 3 did walk in his last at bats. Apparently, he plays it in the regular season too. We don't need two guys batting. There we go. And sets up on the outside, way up high. The throw, nowhere near getting him out. That was an awful pitch to have to throw on, as that was way up high. I could have probably stole a base off of that. All right, so we've got a 1-0 pitch now as Yoon Dong Hee looking for his first hit of the day, looking to be on base for the second time. And the 1-0 is up high. 2-0 is that just doesn't quite break down into the plates. And then the 2-0 swing and a miss and a beautiful pirouette as he is putting in his tryouts for the Nutcracker. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at the ball drops out of the bottom of the zone once again, and it's 2-2. Should be 4-0. All right, a Yoon Dong Hee now a 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss on an awful, awful camera angle. Good lord, get your stuff together, Spo TV. Nobody wants to watch the guy striking out from an aerial point of view. If I wanted to watch baseball, I definitely wouldn't be watching it from this International Space Station camera. That was awful. 2 away now. And Go Sung Min looks at just strike one on the outside corner. Go Sung Min also over on the day. 2 strikeouts, a fly out to left, and a fly out to center. As here comes the 0-1 pitch in the dirts, and it's a 1-1. Steve, have you checked Instagram lately? And the 1-1 pitch up high, and a 2-1. All right, runner on a second is Jang Do Sung. Yeah, check your messages. Is that is a broken bat, and that's gonna drop in front of the right fielder. He's gonna come home. It's gonna be cut. 1 run is in, and Go Sung Min is gonna have an RBI single, and then thrown out over at on his way to second as Lotte gets themselves another run. But we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 4-0. Run scores there. All right, another single there. Make sure I get my numbers all fixed and caught up. There we go. All right, so we'll have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. All right, so that's in there for wrong one. A strike is Jung Chol stays out there, and that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop throws across, and that's will be 1 away. As Kim Do Young is probably going to come up on your screen as the worst player of the day. And fouls away. Oh, Che Young 1 for 2 on the day. He walked in his first at bats, a single in his second, and a strikeout in his last. And the 0-1 is in there for a strike with a beautiful curveball that drops in at the top of the zone, and it's 0-2. And here comes the 0-2 up high, 1-2. All right, so the 1-2 pitch. He slaps the ground, says throw it in the dirts. He doesn't. He rolls over it. The second baseman and grabs it. A little toss over, and that's is two away. Ooh, some high school baseball. Masan versus Yushin and Seguang versus Jungam. Big time high school baseball on national TV in Korea. As that just catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. 172 on the season for Hanjun Soo, who was flied out to right, flied out to left, and then popped up in foul territory. Gives that one a ride, but the center fielder under it, and that's will be 1, 2, and 3. We'll go to the ninth inning as Lotte up 4-0. Well, at least they didn't leave anybody on base that time. Na 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 na. So Doosan goes up big, 7-1 against Hanwha. They put up two in the eighth and two in the ninth. Hanwha down to their final two outs before they are going to drop out of the number one spot in the league. KT comes away with a big win, 3-2 against Samsung. So they will pop back up into the lineup. Then NC's up 6-3 against SSG, and LG's up 12-0. 12-0 against Kium. Kium has two errors and zero runs. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that, Kiwi. All right, Yoon Jung Hyun out on the mound, an ERA of 3, 4 games, 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, and a 308 batting average against. No, Reyes will lead things off. He's been on base all times today. Yoon Jung Hyun. There we go. All right. We've got the top, not the bottom. All righty, here we go. Reyes leads things off as that is a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Reyes 3 for 3 on the day with 3 singles, a run scored, and a walk. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that is another strike on the outside, and it's 0-2. way, way outside, and it's 1-2. All right, so the 1-2 pitch, Reyes batting from the left side, and that is ripped into right field at the wall, jumping and makes the catch. That will be one away as Reyes was looking for a couple bags on that one. But a jumping catch at the wall by Osanu. Not at the wall. Jumped just in front of the warning track and landed with a couple steps into the wall. Fantastic play by the right fielder. And that brings up John Janu. All right, John Janu, 2 for 3 on the day, single in his first at bat, a double in his third at bat, popped up to the second baseman in his last at bats, and the 1-0 is fouled away, 1-1 now. Also walked and scored a run back in the fourth. Swing and a miss there, and it's a 1-2. All right. Double checking some stuff. Sorry, guys. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be grounded right to Kim Do Young. Throws across the diamond. And that will be 2 away. That brings up the number 5 hitter, Nasun Yup. Yeah, and I think the game's over, I believe. Thought this game would be the last one to finish, but it doesn't look like it will be. Actually, yeah, it will be. All right, Nasung Yup, 1 for 4 on the day. Looks at the ball one on the inside, and it's 1-0. I said this would be the last game done, and it will probably be, unless SSG scores some runs quickly. As here comes the 1-0 to Nasung Yup, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Nasung Yup, 1-3 ground out with a runner on first and second, then an RBI single with a runner on first and second. I don't think so. I think maybe the games in Seoul will be played, but I don't think the games south will be played at all. As the 1-1 is, did he hold up? Nope, did not go. We'll check the replay. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Right on the line, and we'll see. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. And he fouls it back, and it's 2-2. Yeah, I was looking, and a lot of the southern the the southern cities are all calling for rain. So Kia's games, probably Lotte and NC, probably uh will all be rained out, as the 2-2 is a chopped foul. But with the game, the thing is if they're rained out on Friday, that just means that there'll be double headers all day on Saturday. Yeah, Hanwha's game is a 50-50 shot. but I think the KTLG game will be played. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, is fouled away, and it's stays 2-2 again, 2-2 again. Oh, 6-3 NC. SSG's got a runner on first, and they're down to their final outs. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, is going to be ripped foul, and we'll have another 2-2 pitch. More. You going this weekend, Kiwi? When are you going to get yourself I love sacrifice bunts bucket hat is the real question. That's the real thing that I want to know. As the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss there, and that's will end the top of the ninth for Lotte. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 4-0 Lotte, as Kia's got to score 4 before they get 3 outs. Yeah, mine just shipped today, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see. Are you going Kiwi? Would you go the I Love Sacrifice bunts, or would you go with the I Love bunts? The not in the heart bunts, or the we sing bunts inside the hearts? That's the real question. You know, those are the decisions that really make or break your weekend. Yeah, I mean, you'd be happy. Steve, you should be happy to not get shut out. When you leave 8 guys on base, all right, so they'll have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up in the bottom of the ninth. Will Lotte, what will they do? They will bring out the closer. Bringing out the closer in a 4-run game. Kimwon June comes out. All right, I think everything is in choosing in there. So Yu Sung steps in. He will lead off. He's 0 for 3 today with the 2 strikeouts. And that is first pitch is ripped, and that is gonna drop in. He is gonna be on. Oh, that it rang, banged around in the netting, and that is gonna be a leadoff double. Reyes is not in left field. No, Reyes is not in left field. But I haven't changed everything. So Pak Sung-uk is over to second. Go Sung-min is out. Oh Jun is playing his shorts. And Kim Dong-hyuk is in left field. I'm not going to that's going to be lifted into center field, and that's is 1 away. Uh he grows his hair out and donates it, you know, the whatever it is, the makes wigs for cancer. Oh, I can't. Why can I not remember what that's called? There's a name for it. Why? Why can I not remember what that is? There's like a company or whatever. But yeah, so he always grows his hair out and then cuts it, obviously donates it, and again and again and again. As that is low ball one, 1-0. The oh, what is that called? As the one. Oh, that is ripped into the gap. Right fielder makes the catch on the run, throws it back in, and two really hard hit balls, but the outfielders make the catches, and that's two away. They are hitting it hard, but the outfield enough speed to track them down. What? Now I have to look it up. And that is lifted into left field under it, and three away. That will be the end of the game. Lotte gets the 4-0 lead, and that's a big win. That's a huge win for them as they get big win, and it is again, like I said, the final game to finish on the day. Ethical wigs by closing. What is that called? Man, locks of love. Locks of love. That's it. All right. Now that we've figured that out. Okay. Now, basically, teams that just did not hit, you know, so I mean, Kia continues to not be able to hit. I mean, it's getting pretty bad at this point. Uh, today they go 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They get 3 hits with runners on base. Uh, I mean, it's just twice they had a double and couldn't get a hit after that. They end up going, looks like 3 for 17 with runners on base. Uh, all this they had all the hits that they had with runners on base were all singles, and obviously they weren't able to score any runs from that. A huge double play. Again, runners on first and second, nobody or one out in the third. Double play there by Kim Do Young ends that threat. They had multiple times where they had a runner on third base, and Lotte got a big strikeout. This I thought was going to be a huge scoring game. It was not, which is very surprising because neither pitcher went through the fifth. Neither pitcher is qualifying for a win. Uh, then you had Yoon Dong Hee at the top of the lineup, 0 for 4 for Lotte. Go Sung Min was 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 until his RBI single in the eighth. Reyes a huge day, a 3 for 3 or 3 for 4 on the day with a walk. Jun Janu 2 for 4 on the day with a double, a single, a walk, and a run scored. Nasung Yup with an RBI single there, and then Son Ho Young a sacrifice fly in the fourth inning to put them up 2-0, and then a solo shot to lead off the eighth where he golfed it from the ground to put them up 3-0. Uh, Lotte got hits from everywhere in the lineup, and when I mean everywhere, uh, the number two hitter had a single. The number three hitter had three singles. The number four hitter had two hits. The number five hitter had a hits. The number six hitter had two walks. The number seven hitter had a home run and a sacrifice. The number eight hitter had a single, and the number nine hitter had two singles. So up and down the lineup, they had hits. Nobody really had a completely dominating performance offensively for Lotte, but except Reyes, the three hits in the on base for the first four times of the day. Uh, Kia, Pak Chan Ho ended up with two hits. Osanu with two hits. Che Hung Woo was on base twice, but the rest of the team really struggled. Han Jun Soo 0 for 4. Yu Sung 0 for did have the double at the lead off the ninth inning, but 0 for 3 outside of that. Byung pinch hitting, and he went 0 for 2. Kim Yu Sung hit the ball well, singled, and then that fly ball to right field. But Kia needs Nasung Bomb back. There's nothing without, they just don't seem very deep of a team this year. Nasung Bomb being out now that Pak Chan Ho and Kim Do Young are back is a huge thing. And then obviously Wisdom out also puts two of their main bats or main home run bats no longer in the lineup. So that is absolutely huge for them. Their bullpen is very beat up. One of their bullpen leaders last year is now the closer for LG, even though he's injured because LG's manager decided to let him pitch in 3 games over the weekend. And by the weekend, I mean Saturday and Sunday. Let him throw in 3 games in 2 days. And now he's injured. He's out for 4 weeks. And then the other Guak Do Gyu, the big side armor that was having such a great season last year, is done with Tommy John surgery. So Kia they really have no great pitching. They have no great offense. Injuries have really decimated them. This is something that they did not deal with last year, was injuries at all. Lotte has their own injuries, but they've been able to, make it through. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow and Friday, I will not be streaming. There is a small chance that I'll stream on Friday, but probably not. But I will be back on Saturday. One of the 2 o'clock games, and then I'll try to do one of the 5 o'clock games, but only I'm going to do a 5 o'clock game that is only scheduled for 5 o'clock game. No double headers. It's just too difficult for me to do straight through. I'm just absolutely burnt out by the end of the day. So I will definitely do the one of the 2 o'clock games on Saturday. Again, I think there's going to be a handful of rainouts on Friday. There's actually supposed to be some rain tomorrow, but I think it'll be during the day, and the fields will be okay for the evening. So tomorrow should be okay. Friday again is probably going to have some rainouts, which just means there'll be some double headers on Saturday. The weekend, the weather looks okay before monsoon season starts to come in June. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Enjoy whatever you guys do whenever I don't stream. It's been a while. I don't think I've missed a weekday game yet this season, but anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys on Saturday at 2 o'clock. And until next time.